Okay, I'm not much of a YouTube guy, but we're gonna try this out just for funsies this summer. I'm gonna make a checklist because I got some things I want to do this good old 5.3 here. We've already got a lot done. We got TBSS intake, speed engineering, ancient 7/8 long tube headers, and the low buck truck cam from Richard Holdner's website. But over the summer, I want to fix my intake air temp situation. See, I got this pretty cool box right here. Made it out of Legos that stops water and shit coming in. It works pretty good. In fact, you know, I go through puddles all winter long and nothing would get in my intake, but the other day I added this, try and get some colder air. But while it was running, my intake air temps would still hit at 120, 130. And the radiator's right there, and I put my hand up in there, and right here it's hot, but right here it's not. So it's a little barbaric for a NA motor, but the colder the air, the better it's gonna run, and I'll give it a shot. I got two more 90s here. I'll slap them on real quick. We'll see how this is gonna work. I threw this header wrap on here because there's an aluminum tube here, and that got all hot too. It's just, I mean, these things heat soak real bad, and the way I got it set up makes it even worse. But yeah, that's my goal this summer. I'll make a checklist, make it all official, but for now, fix my intake air temps. Under 100 while sitting at a light is my goal, unless it's, you know, 100 degrees out. I want to get rid of this. I have electric fans. I bought the wrong radiator. I need the radiator that mounts right here. And I got the one that mounts right there, and that's where the fans are gonna go. So they can't both be there. And then I just want to clean up this engine bay. You know, I'm pretty proud of this, what I've done to the motor, what me and my uncle have done to the motor. It just doesn't look very clean, you know? I mean, I want to get the cover for this intake, even the junkyard, and I got heads in my shed that I want to throw on, and I got, here's 706s, but I want to slap 862s. They're the same fucking thing, but I'm gonna port the 862s. I don't know, you know, maybe I'll paint my valve cover and the coil bracket. I've seen people make these things look real clean. I got a mess under here because for a long time my mindset's been as long as it works, you know, like look at that battery over there. You know, I added a battery for my winch, and I mean, that's not going nowhere, but fuck, dude, that looks like shit. Someone looks under here and they're like, that looks clapped, you know, oh, that looks clapped. This thing's whatever. And then I got a new master the other day, so do a new coolant, make it all look fresh under here. That's my goal this summer. Make this thing look fresh. The other day, this thing kind of fell off, and I guess the wheel smacked it or something. I'll probably have to get a new one, but for now, I'm still gonna use it. Damn, this thing's fucking brand new, too. I bought it for this season. Whatever. Shoot. That's a wrap on that one. Actually, I don't mind it, you know? Shoot, you can barely fucking see in this video. I don't mind it. It's a little wonky. It's a little honky. A little barbaric for a NA motor. But, I made it work. This fucking eBay intake, because the stock one, it pinches all down weird right here. You replace the stock one. Even if you keep the stock box, which is probably the biggest recommendation, but the stock box gets air fed from the vents in the bumper that are like right here, and if plastic tubing goes up into the fender, shit's out right there into the stock box. But when I put a stock box on, it's getting air from here, is fucking getting hot air, not cooled air from, you know, where it's supposed to come from originally. This is the closest to factory where the air was coming from. Yeah, just 390s, fucking some plumbing from your average hardware store. Came with the hose clamps. Speaking of hose clamps, one of my what do you say, viejos? One of my old heads, one of the fucking adults that have been dealing with this crap longer than I have taught me a little trick that I didn't do right there, but it's you try and flip your hose clamps around. They look a little less ugly than if you could see that on every single one. There's one step towards a cleaner engine bay. Yeah, no, so one IATs before were like 90 driving around, and when I'd get to a light, it would easily reach 120, 130. And the temperature outside was just like 80 to 90 degrees. So it's about the same today. I'm going to drive around, watch my IATs, and do one final little update on if it actually made a difference. If $13 and 90-degree elbows at the hardware store was worth it. We'll see. One other thing, the map here, I actually didn't want it to be right here. I tried to put it on that elbow so I wouldn't have to be like yanking on the wire so much. I also didn't even think the wire would reach, but I just disconnected some clips up there and it extended all the way to right there. And there's just looseness in it, you know. It's not like uber taut, but whatever. And then yeah, I wanted to get it right here, but these are like clear cut 3-inch, and I think it's like 3 1/4 or something for the math. So I had to put it all the way up front. Weather is another reason I didn't want it right here, because they're kind of expensive to replace, I guess. I don't know, you can't exactly just go to the junkyard and throw one in your bag anymore, because everybody and their mom wants one, because they go bad. And in fact, mine's got a hole in it and it still works somehow, thank God. But I've seen ones that look totally fine and don't even work. All right, coolant temp is like 190, which is just about operating temperature, for me at least. 185 to like 205. IATs, we haven't, oh shit, get back there, god damn it, come on. IATs, sitting here, we're at 80, started at 77 when we left the house. Gauge is where it's supposed to be too. This is just, I mean, we've been driving for 5 minutes, 10 minutes. I don't know if this is quite operating temperature yet. Buddy's pulling the fucking motor over there. 4.8 in the Jeep. Got the Duramax with three speeds. I don't even know how you brake in Allison, but that guy just gave me a thumbs up. He does. He knows how you brake in Allison. We've been idling here for 10 minutes, which was one of my big issues. When I idle, it gets hot. And we've been idling, and it's 93. That's a little hotter than you probably want it, you know? But, let's see. We're gonna fucking go around the block real quick and watch this go down as soon as I touch the gas. And it took a long time to get to 91 too. It very slowly crawled up to that temperature. Over, yeah, like 10, 15 minutes of sitting here. Ugh. Is it down to 80 already? Yeah. Down to 87. These numbers are better than I wanted them to be. Or like, you know, exactly where I wanted them to be. I was hoping it'd be worth it. And I'd say it was. Because even just driving around, like, I'm going fucking 15 miles an hour, it's already cooled down. But I'm start going 40, 50 on the freeway and stuff. These numbers get down really low. You'd be surprised how much timing your 5.3 pulls with just 10, 20 degrees of IAT increase. All right, that's it for this one.